Let's see. Hi internet! Since I'm a bit sick, I'm not able to go to the animal shelter, but I thought to make a small haul of all the plants that I rescued from the dumpster, near the dumpster, from random places in the city. I don't know why, but some people throw away plants and my heart hurts for them. So I just pick them up and see if I can save them. And I'm sorry for the noise, but I have two cute dogs in the house and they are playing. So the first plant that I saved, I rescued in January of this year. It was in the hallway. This is a Christmas cactus, and almost everybody in Moldova has such a plant. And I don't know why somebody just forgot about it or placed it in the hallway, in the staircase, together with this Hoya. And this is a big Hoya. If you look online and if you know about Hoyas, they grow very slowly. And such a plant would need like 3-4 years to grow. So I was very excited to see it. I picked it up, I brought them both home. They were completely dry. I watered them, I gave them some attention, and I started asking about from my neighbors. Do you know who the plants belong to, who forgot about them? And my neighbor said that there was a neighbor, one of our neighbors, who completely filled the hallway with plants, massive plants. But then she moved and she took some of them, and she said to the neighbors to take the remaining of them, and nobody took these two. But I took them, and you can see that it's growing a little bit. The small leaves are new leaves. Unfortunately, my cat ate it a little bit, but otherwise it survived, and I look forward for some flowers this Christmas, because I have a Thanksgiving cactus which is now blooming. It's in my room, but I look forward to see this one. Okay, next. Oh my god, I tore a piece of plant. Oh gosh, I'm so horrible. So next plant is a Tradescantia. This is a beautiful plant. It used to be, oh, and I potted it in a detergent packaging, because I found small pieces of this plant in the hallway because my cats were playing with somebody's trash. And from the trash, this little cuttings came out. And I asked my neighbor if I can take it, if she thinks they have any chance to growing. And she said, yeah, give it a try. And this was at the beginning of the summer. And look now what beautiful plant it is. And here I have one piece of another type of Tradescantia, which has purple in the back. They all supposed to have purple in the back, but I don't have them into enough light to have that beautiful purple shade. But still, I love it nonetheless. It has been such an adventure to rescue those small cuttings, to place it here, to water it, and see what beautiful plant it has became. Next one is a Geranium. Again, everybody in Moldova, everybody and their mother in Moldova has this kind of plant. I don't have them, but I was working at the Ministry of Agriculture when somebody not threw away, but put these two plants, they were in the same pot, put it right outside. And I was working late one day, and I went out of the building at around 9 o'clock, and the building was locked, so I had to find the security guy to let me out. And I felt so bad because I had to bother him from his chambers or something. And I was starting to make a conversation like, oh, you must have a long shift. And he's like, yeah, and also somebody left this plant here. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to throw it away. And I was like, oh, I can take it. You don't have to bother. I can take it. I love plants. So I took it. It did give me some brand new leaves here. But for some reason, the old leaves are dying. I hope that it's just a natural autumn reaction, and not I'm doing something wrong. Next, actually, this is the most recent one. I was planting some trees outside in front of my apartment building, and somebody threw the soil with this plant in our plant area, if I can call it like this. We have a small green space. And I took a picture of it, and I completely forgot. I took the plant together with the pot and with the plastic bag, and I left it in my kitchen, and then I forgot about it. And then when I remembered, I said, oh my god, it's not going to survive. And 3 branches survived very well, whilst these smaller ones are still struggling, but hopefully they will recover as well. I don't know the name of this, and I've asked my neighbors, they also don't know. So if you know what is the name of this plant, let me know. Okay, next I know the name of this one, and this was actually a huge surprise. So one night I was coming back home from a party, and I had to throw away some trash that we accumulated, and on top, Remy, on top of the recycling, it was this plant. So in Moldova we call it Guzmania. I looked it up, and apparently its name is Bromelia. And if you can see here, it had one flower, which I cut because it was already dry, and here we have the second. So I look forward to see the color. Remy! I look forward to see the flowers on this, to see the color, because I looked online and there's some bromelias that have these beautiful dot flowers, so I cannot wait. And this plant was completely dry, it was bone dry. So I gave it some water intensively, and then later I gave her less water, but it recovered quite well. I love it. And it's quite sturdy. Next, somebody threw away a cutting of this geranium. This is one of the plants that has aromatic leaves, and if you shake it a little bit, you smell lemon. So I love it so much. Some people don't like it because it gives them a headache. So I put the cuttings. The cutting was this big. So all of these leaves grew from the cutting. Fortunately, some of the leaves died, but so far so good. And my pride and joy, who I just broke a little bit, not too much. Look what I did. Oh my god. I'm so clumsy. So this is a Trades-cantia zebrina. I love this plant, and it's in the same family as this one. This is a simple Trades-cantia, and this is a zebrina. And check out the back leaves. They have this beautiful shade of purple. And I found a cutting, I think a little bit bigger than this. Somebody threw it away, probably cleaned the big plant, and it was so thick and healthy that I just placed it in a glass of water, and I completely forgot about it. And then in 2 weeks I noticed that it has roots, so I planted it here, and then it grew very fast, and I put a piece of cable, a white cable, just to see if it will spread out. And look at this beautiful plant. She's amazing. I'm sorry I broke it, but I will use this as another cutting to propagate and to make a second beautiful plant. I hope I won't break any other parts of you. And I think that's it. Oh, lastly, my orchid. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed about this. So I think it was last week I found this orchid. I will include a picture here. It was massive. It was massive. It had like 12 leaves, and it had huge roots. And I came back home and I was so excited, and I looked it up, and somebody said, oh, you can cut it 3 times. And I watched like 3 YouTube videos and I cut it. And that was the worst mistake ever. So unfortunately, I cut it and the leaves fell. I saved them because they look so beautiful and thick. And I put them in a jar with other flowers. And it had this massive flower branch, which also died, unfortunately, because I cut it according to the internet. So I have this piece here, which was the top. It's so beautiful and massive. I hope it will give me some roots. I placed it in water. I improvised this jar for it. Water with sphagnum moss. And then this piece here, I don't know if it will survive. This was the bottom piece. And I don't know, the roots don't look that well, and this feels very dry. I still want to hope that it will grow. I still regret it. And this is the middle piece. Oh, it has a bunch of roots. I really hope that it will grow, and I regret cutting it so bad. Like, this will be the regret of my year, cutting this orchid. Oh man, it's rotting. Maybe I shouldn't have. So I have it in a pot that has some water at the bottom of it, but it looks like it was way too close to the water because it's rotting. Oh no. Okay, so this is the middle part. I am so sorry that I cut you, sweetie. Hopefully out of 3 pieces, at least 1 will make it, because I will regret this for the rest of my life. I check this every day to see how it's doing. I read online that you can put it like this so that the plant takes water from the leaves. But I did that one time with one of my other orchids and it died. It rooted. It was just a mess. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I hope there is hope here to grow, but we will see. So that was the biggest regret of my year, cutting this beautiful orchid and making all of these small pieces which are now dying, unfortunately. But I still have a hope. This one looks to me like the most healthy one, but it doesn't give any roots yet. Wait, like this. We shall see. But that was my video. Thank you for watching. Please consider to subscribe. This will be an interesting channel, hopefully, where several volunteers can post about their experiences volunteering, doing things, interesting things during the pandemic. And I hope you will like it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and let's say whoa. Let's say hello to the dogs, because they make so much noise. I think that they just wanted to be in the video. I think that's the reason. So, say hello to my foster dog. Penny, hi. Penny. Who is making noise? Who is making noise? And I have here Lolita. Loli. Oh. If you've been watching this channel, you have seen a lot of them, because I posted about them. Okay, bye! Of course, I forgot one. Right, I was putting my plants away. I saw this cutting of a ficus, and I have 2 cuttings of Zamioculca zamifloria, but I took this cutting from a massive plant of about 2 meters high. Somebody put it outside with a sign, free plant. I couldn't take the whole plant, I couldn't even move it, but I took a piece, and now it's rooting. Hopefully. Barely. But I love it. It has such rubbery big leaves, like a ficus should. So that was all. Hopefully I don't forget about anything else.